I'm sitting here around a tree with a couple of 8th grade students, and we want to talk to you a little bit about personalization and some instructional shifts that happened in 8th grade English language arts class. We have with us today, we have Jaden, Hannah, and Ayana, yeah. And we're just going to have a little conversation around a tree. All right. So you guys did a pretty unique unit with the Malala content. Can you tell me a little bit about that, what you did?
Well, we had these things called learning targets, and almost every week, sometimes every 2 weeks, we get a new one. And Miss Carden made it fun because she gave us stickers, and everybody always loved the stickers. And if you got like a certain score that was high enough on your learning target, then you get a sticker to put on your folder. So it's kind of like a reward for getting a good result and doing the work.
Yeah, do you think that motivated you more?
Absolutely. Yes. Oh yeah.
The learning target was a lot more focused on like reflection and making sure that you actually did gain something. And I remember like actually having to think pretty hard about what I was going to put on that final learning target sheet, and it made you be honest with yourself about what you had gained from the unit.
Yeah.
Do you think that that you learned more or better? Did you feel more in control?
Yeah, because you could kind of like move at your own pace, and you could tell pretty much right away if you were ready to go to the next learning target or stay on that one.
So what happened when you weren't ready?
You could read the chapters again. There were also papers that you could do around that topic, and they were pretty fun. Some of them were about influencers of Instagram and cookies and stuff like that. And basically you did those, and those would basically fortify the lesson of the learning target.
My favorite part of what we've done this year is we had kids reflect on where they were on the learning target. So we made a target into an arrow, and they kind of scored themselves based on all of their evidence, and they explained how their evidence supported whatever their score was. So it was this. They were really thinking like a metacon, thinking about their learning before we assessed their learning. I think that initially it's kind of scary because you're letting go of control in the your control that you're used to as a teacher, as an educator, and you're shifting the control to the students. So that shift at first is kind of scary, but it was not too far into it where I remember emailing you guys and being like, they're doing all the work.
Right. Wow.
And I didn't, it was at one point I was walking around and I was like, who needs my help?
Right. Someone desperately asked me a question, so I'm doing something.
They were helping one another.
Yeah.
And they were just doing everything, and they were using the resources, so it was kind of cool. And I'm not saying that happens all the time. It's not this magical thing.
Right.
But there were definitely points that I could have walked out of the room and it would have just...
And they wouldn't have noticed.
And that's cool.
Yeah.
There was a conversation we had with you at one point, not even talking about personalization, where you said something about our profession being low risk. And when you first said it, I was like, oh, what do you mean? We're training the future. It's so important, you know.
Mess up their life.
Right. And then you went on to say if something doesn't go right today, it's okay. We have tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that I thought about that a lot later on. And that made an impression because we changed with the Malala unit, each section, we did a little bit differently than we did before because we were that was okay, but this would be better.
Yeah.
And I said to the kids at one point, I was like, I know we keep doing each one a little differently. I'm sorry, this is a work in progress. We're figuring out as we go too. And I think they appreciated hearing that.
Yeah, and so something that we started doing a lot was actually getting feedback from the students about us, about our lessons, about how we were doing things. And so when we did the literature circle units, which is when all the kids got to read different books and on a different pathway, the biggest thing that I think that I was most proud about was the students said, thank you for listening to us. They over and over and over, they said, I appreciate that you took our perspectives into account and that you listened to what we wanted to do.
One of the things I want to do before we leave is, I've been sitting here thinking how do we do a 4-person high five? That's pretty cool, right? So let's do a 4-person high five.